The Night Witch review, my fair review. Bullethell side-scroller mini Metroidvania is the best way how I can describe the Night Witch. What looked like a silly game for kids proved to be way much more. Let's rate it properly as it deserves.
But there it comes, a night witch. Oh, there it comes, the night witch.
First section is the story. You play as a Night Witch. The more people believe in you, the stronger you get in your attempts to save the world. It's not a classic save the world story, by the way, but I don't want to spoil. Straightforward story, no mysteries, no descriptions through items, zero agenda and other crap. It feels refreshing to play a game that doesn't want to be a Souls-like. Solid writing, good plot, happy comedy with different endings. Relaxing, funny, immersive story. Good enough for an indie game. 7 out of 10 for the story. Next section is game bugs and optimization. Perfect game. Zero bugs, zero glitches, not a single crash, not a single stutter, stable frames. It will work on a toaster too. Polished to perfection. 10 out of 10 for game bugs and optimization. Next section is game time. It took me 10 hours to finish the game where I lost 2 on the final optional boss. Around 12 to 15 hours is needed to backtrack all NPCs and items for 100% completion. Zero replay value. For the current price of 20 bucks, I can't give it more than 7 out of 10. Once the game is on like 50% discount, it's worth every penny, by the way. Next section would be game difficulty. I said how I thought it was a silly game for kids. Well, it's not. This game provides challenge and a lot of it. Ambush, traps, enemies, bosses. It's very easy to die in this Bullethell. Let me say how it also has one of the hardest bosses in the history of bullet hells, and of course Metroidvania genre too. That final boss is straight pain that very few people will manage to deal with. 10 out of 10 for game difficulty. It's a game that's balanced to perfection. Next section would be maps and graphics. Amazing crystal clear minimap, world map, UI and HUD. This is one clean game. As far as art goes, every single segment of the game is hand-drawn and handcrafted. There are zero reused assets. Amount of detail is crazy. Backgrounds and colors are just beautiful. Some will say how they can't spot enemy projectiles, but I would disagree. You can easily spot projectiles in 95% of time. Only during explosions it's a bit harder and you need to focus, but that's life. Map variety is solid for such a short game with around 10 different maps and environments to visit. 9 out of 10 for maps and graphics. Next section is gameplay. Bullethell Metroidvania. Dash, cast spells, shoot, resolve some puzzles, survive ambushes, brawls, and fight bosses. That's the gameplay. Simplistic, fast-paced, works extremely well on a gamepad with zero input lag. Responsive and smooth controls. The only thing that annoyed me a bit is overuse of cutscenes and conversations during gameplay. 40% of this game is talking and around 60% is the actual gameplay. All in all, for what it wants to be, challenging Bullethell with small amounts of Metroidvania backtracking, the Night Witch succeeds. 8 out of 10 for the gameplay. Next section would be leveling and itemization. Very innovative way to level up and gather experience. The only way to level up in this game is by exploring and saving NPCs. Once you save them, they will share their link with you. The more you save and the more NPCs believe in you, the stronger you get. Leveling is classic raise gun damage, rate of fire, or raise spell damage, etc. On the maps, you'll be able to find health and mana upgrades, classic Metroidvania style here. And of course, by killing enemies and opening chests, you'll get shards. With shards, you'll be able to buy consumables and duplicate your spells. Speaking about which spells, they are presented as cards. You pick your deck and they rotate in real time. Again, very innovative here too. It's not some groundbreaking achievement in this game, but I like this innovative approach for leveling and itemization. 9 out of 10 for leveling and itemization. Next section would be NPCs and enemies. Some NPCs were irritating, some were cool and funny. There are a lot of NPCs in this game, considering that your job is to save them. It makes sense. Enemy variety is more than solid. Enemy AI is very good. They won't wait for you to recover, they will rush and charge with precise projectiles trajectory. Bosses still enter bullet hell, and I mean it. Some of them were easy, some were a challenge, and the final boss is easily 10 times harder than all the bosses in all Souls-likes combined. It took me nearly 2 hours to beat the final boss, and that's completely insane because I never take that much time to kill a freaking boss in a single player game. Thank God it's optional and you can finish the game without that fight. 8 out of 10 for NPCs and enemies. Last section is music and sound. Phenomenal main theme, good music overall in the entire game, solid sound effects and zero voice acting, even during cinematics. 7 out of 10 for music and sound. Final verdict. We got 75 points in 9 sections, and that would be 8.3 out of 10 for the Night Witch. For bullet hell fans, it's a must play. For Metroidvania fans, maybe wait on some discount. For those that don't know what to play and enjoy good art and solid amount of challenge, it's worth every penny. This game went under the radar, and it's better than at least 70% of AA and AAA titles in the last few years. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you on the next one. Thanks for watching.